chicka wow wow.
Righto, keep going.
Welcome back to another podcast with Shit Tits and Nicole, aka Patrick Russell.
That's me. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to go through some questions from Nicole's Instagram, but first Nicole said we're going to play a game. So do you want to explain the game?
Okay, well, you're going to have some headphones on with music playing, and I'm going to say a phrase, and you have to guess what I'm saying.
Just by your mouth movement? Okay, we can do that. All right. So
I would like to play too, but I already have a list, so unless you can Google your own list.
Well, how about next episode, I'll come up with a list of phrases, and then I'll say them to you. So for now, all right, bear with me while I find some music. What's some good music? This is your game, mate. You came up with it.
I'm not in charge of the music. You heard my music yesterday. Depresso.
Oh, it's fucking sad. I'll burst into tears.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. All right, let me just go. Let me go. I don't know. We're going to go.
Should we do something like people like now?
No, I'm just going to.
Russ Millions.
I'll just play some music that I like.
Okay.
You know, people just, don't have to listen. All right. Well, maybe this is not really appropriate for the podcast, but that's all right. People aren't watching the video anyway. All right, so
So I can't hear them. Oh.
Can you hear the music?
Not anymore.
I've just paused it. So
So you're meant to hear the music and you can't hear me. So you'd have to go up real loud. So then I thought, would it not be better to do it from my phone? My headphones.
Yeah, that might be better.
All right.
That might be better. And I'll just tell Reese the song. And you can overlay it if people want.
Pause.
Be right back.
All right. The first phrase, we'll start with an easy one. Actually, not fuck it. You moved my cheese.
Huh?
You moved my cheese.
Can you say it again?
You moved my cheese.
Something about cheese?
Yeah, but what?
Am I close? Am I shouting?
I think so. You moved my cheese.
Something about beautiful moon cheese?
We were so insane. You moved my cheese.
Say it again.
You moved my cheese.
You look like moon cheese.
No. Okay. Next one.
Number two.
Number 2. It's hump day. The camel is pleased. Okay, I'll do it again. It's hump day. The camel is pleased.
Is the first word please?
No.
All right, say it again.
Okay. It's hump day. The camel is pleased.
Okay, one more time.
It's hump day. The camel is pleased.
The last word is pleased.
Yeah.
The song just ended. Play it again. Play something else. Just put a playlist on.
All right.
I heard the last word. I think the last word is pleased.
All right. I'm just going to put all Russ Millions
Yeah,
on.
that's fine. He's always. All right. Say it again.
It's hump day. The camel is pleased.
Day?
There's that word in it.
It has day in it?
Yep. It's hump day. The camel is pleased.
Say it again.
You're so competitive.
You can't laugh. I can't see your mouth.
It's hump day.
It's hump day.
Yep. The camel is pleased.
It's hump day. The last word is pleased. Is that right?
Yeah. It's hump day. The camel is pleased.
So there's like 3 or 4 words I'm missing, right?
Yep, 3.
2 words.
3.
3.
Pick number 3, my lord.
It's hump day, pleased.
You're not going to get it.
Say it again.
It's hump day. The camel is pleased.
Camel?
Yep. It's hump day. The camel is
Camel.
pleased.
It's hump day, camel pleased. How is the camel pleased?
It's hump day.
It's hump day.
The
Camel is pleased?
Yeah! Ding, 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 ding.
One, we've got one. All right.
Alrighty, next one. What ran over grandma?
Say it again.
What ran over grandma?
1.
What?
What are you?
What ran over grandma?
These are hard.
I went to the hard list. You can't hear me.
No, I can't hear you. No, not at all.
Wait.
1.
No, let's do a new
No.
one. Eat your foot.
Something about feet? Foot?
This is an easy list.
It's in there. Foot is in there.
Yeah. Eat your foot.
Is foot the last word or the
Yep.
first word? Foot is the last word.
Eat your foot.
Foot. Or feet.
Foot.
So, foot. Singular.
Yep.
1 foot.
Eat
Say it
your
again.
foot. Eat your foot.
Something about like and feet.
Finish. Eat your foot. I want to have a go.
You like feet?
No. Okay.
All right. Something about feet. Foot.
Eat your foot.
Your foot.
Yeah, but what's the first word?
Huh?
Eat your foot.
Something your foot.
Yes.
Plant.
No. Eat your foot.
Your foot. Broken.
Eat.
Eat your foot.
That's what
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
what it is.
Yeah.
Eat your foot. Okay.
I want to have a turn.
Huh?
I want to have a go.
All right, all right.
All right, just I haven't looked at them. There's 200.
Eat your foot. What was the one that I didn't get?
Run over your grandma or something.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah. All right, all right.
There's an easy list and a hard list.
It's a good song, isn't it? You ready? You good to go? Chocolate.
You have to move your mouth.
Chocolate covered Oreos.
What?
Chocolate.
No, stop. The music has stopped.
Hang on.
Okay.
It's good. Chocolate covered Oreos.
Again.
Chocolate covered Oreos.
Chocolate 7 orgasm.
First word.
First word?
First word. Chocolate
Chocolate
covered.
covered strawberries. Chocolate covered.
That's too good.
Yep.
Oreos.
Oreos.
All right. WrestleMania 33.
Raspberry 33. Second word.
30.
Raspberry 30.
No, 30.
Just 30.
33.
30.
3.
3. 33.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the second one.
Okay.
So first word.
First word.
WrestleMania.
Rasputin.
No. WrestleMania. WrestleMania.
Running Man.
WWE.
What?
Oh, fuck. WrestleMania.
Rabbit.
Wrestle.
Rustling.
Wrestling.
Say it again.
WrestleMania 33.
Something 33. Rustling.
She's so close. WrestleMania.
Running Man.
No. No. WrestleMania. That's got nothing to do with it. Don't worry.
New one.
All right. Bobby likes Bob.
Poppy likes poles.
Second one.
Likes.
Bobby.
Poppy.
Bobby.
Bobby. Bobby likes
Bob.
bongs.
Bobby doesn't like bongs. No. Bob.
Bum.
Bobby probably likes bum.
Bobby likes
Bob. Bob.
Bob.
Bobby likes Bob.
Bobby likes
Bob.
beautiful.
No, Bob. It's
Bum.
Bob.
Pop.
No. Bobby
Bobby likes
Bob.
Bob. Bobby likes Bob.
Yes.
Oh, love.
I speak English.
What?
I
I
shouldn't have pointed. Speak English.
smell bad.
No. I speak English.
What? I
Yeah. Speak.
smell.
No. Speak.
Smile.
No. Speak.
What?
Speak.
Speak. I speak
English.
English.
Yes. Well done. Bollocks.
What?
Bollocks. Bollocks.
Bowls.
Bollocks.
Bouncy bowls.
No. It's one word.
One word.
Bollocks.
Bollocks. Bollocks.
Sir Wigglesworth.
Say it again.
Sir Wigglesworth.
What are you worth? Worth?
Worth? Sir
Sir.
Wigglesworth.
Sir something worth?
Wiggle.
Sir Will Worth? Sir William Worth?
No. Wiggle.
Sir Will.
Wiggle.
Sir Wiggleworth.
Yes. A penny for your thoughts.
A penny for thoughts.
You've seen that one, you cheater.
Was it actually?
Yeah. It takes two to tango.
Sexual tango. Tango? What?
It takes two to tango.
What?
It takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango.
Yes. Well done. You're good at this. Creaky freaky.
What?
Creaky freaky.
Free the Willy.
No,
Free Willy, you know the whale?
Creaky freaky.
Drinking freely.
No. Creaky.
What?
Creaky. Freaky.
Freely.
No. Freaky.
Freaky. Freaky?
Second
word's freaky.
Creaky.
Really?
No. Creaky. Creak. Creaky. Freaky.
Really freaky?
No. Creaky.
Crazy freaky.
Close. Creaky.
What's the beginning sound?
Creaky.
Kinky freaky.
No. It's close though. It's close. Creaky. Freaky. All right, next one. I have a fear of buttons.
I don't want to say that one.
Say it. And Reese can cut it out if it's real bad.
Say it again and I'll say it.
I have a fear of buttons.
I want to finger something. Why is it all sexual?
I have a fear of buttons.
I
I have a fear of buttons, Nicole.
finger my Aunt Becky.
No.
That's what you're saying.
No, I don't have an Aunt Becky, and I definitely don't finger her. Isn't the song called Keisha and Becky? Oh, no, it's not. I have a fear of buttons. Nothing to do with fingering Becky.
Are we finished?
No, we're still going.
Oh, okay. What?
I have a fear of buttons.
Why do I keep saying I finger?
Okay, maybe I think. All right, well, thank you for watching us play this game. We're going to try it again next week. Did you get that one? What'd I say?
I don't know.
I had to turn it off. Well done. It was, I have a fear of buttons.
I finger my Aunt Becky.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded
and
like.
the first one I had that you couldn't guess was Creaky Freaky.
Oh.
It was close. That was really good. That was a fun game. We had fun.
Oh, we had fun. Now
All right.
back to business.
Back to the podcast. I'm just going to turn my headphones up a little bit so I can hear myself. That's better. That was a fun game. We did good. Was I shouting the entire time when I had the headphones on?
Well, I had my headphones on, so I couldn't really hear, but I'm sure that when we edited it,
Yeah, we can.
and by we, I mean
Reese.
Reese.
We can. All right. Yeah. Oh well, but you could hear the music in the speakers anyway because your headphones are that loud, or in the microphone.
Isn't it good?
Yeah, they're good headphones. So
These are Bose. Bose, you can sponsor us if you want.
Reese just sent me what the fuck are you two doing in there? It's like an earthquake. I mean, I was just slamming the desk.
Speaking of earthquakes, so there was an earthquake on the weekend. Anyway, I've felt all the earthquakes recently.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was sleeping and I woke up and I yelled at my boyfriend Will because I was like, "Stop moving! You're waking me up. You're making me feel sick." And then he woke up and he's like, "It's an earthquake." And I was like half asleep and I was like, "No, it's not. Stop blaming the earth." And went back to sleep. Turns out it was like magnitude 5.
Yeah. It was
I'm
on
obsessed
a few
with
weeks ago,
earthquakes.
right?
Yeah. Oh, like a little while ago. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought, like, when you know how we haven't uploaded the podcast yet. We did a quick little one the other day where we talk about ghosts. and
Ghosties.
how we disagree whether they're real or not. But like, when you see in horror movies when like the bed starts to shake, I was just laying in bed. I think I was maybe home by myself that night. And I was just lying in bed and then the bed started shaking. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Ghosts.
And it was an earthquake. So I chalked it up to being an earthquake. No, ghosts aren't real. We're not going to go rehash that discussion.
That last one, not the one we just had, the one before, went for ages. Because I woke up and I was like, "It's an earthquake." And Will and I woke up and I was like, "Ah."
Oh, it's kind of exciting.
It's kind of weird how like the earth moves. So I like it. I mean, I don't like that anyone, natural disasters, people get harmed, things get ruined, all those things. But I think they're real cool.
Yeah, when they're not happening to you.
It's not happening to anywhere. Just like, the distance, you can just watch it from a distance.
Like a tsunami take out a village of people.
No. Oh my gosh. I was a natural disasters nerd when I was a kid.
Yeah, so was I. I want to go. I went to the Pompeii exhibit at the museum.
Did you?
Yeah, it would have been fucking years ago. I like air crash investigations.
Oh yeah.
That's what I nerd out on.
Did you watch Lost, the show?
No, I wasn't old enough.
You
to
were
watch
old
that.
enough.
No, I've never gone back to watch it either.
No.
I don't think it's worth it. Maybe people will disagree with that. But yeah, I used to watch a heap of air crash investigation. I used to be terrified of planes and flying. Like I wouldn't get on a plane at all.
But you've overcome that fear now.
Yeah, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die.
Might as well do it on the way to somewhere.
Yeah, there's not much I can do in a plane crash. I don't think I've ever had any emergency landings. It's like the chances of dying in a plane crash are so low with the amount of flights that happen per day.
But there's always one.
Yeah, there's always one, but you got a higher chance of dying in a car accident.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's the lack of control of me not flying the plane.
How people are terrified of sharks. You're more likely to have a vending machine fall on you and kill you than you are to be bitten by a shark.
Yeah, but I feel like those stats don't help when you're in the water.
No, you're like, there's no vending machines
here.
There's
no vending machines. I'm safe. Yeah, I don't like open water. I think I'd maybe talk. I don't know if I spoke about this with Reese on a podcast, but I hate open water. I will not go in open water.
Really?
No. So like when he did sail Croatia, he's like, you wouldn't jump off the boat into the open water? I was like, no.
Well, what about like a friend of mine years and years ago, they went to, I think, Thailand, and they do these night trips and they jump in and whatever's in the water like glows when you, and I'm like, it's pitch black.
No, I would not.
That's when the sharks are going.
Yeah, we went to, so I've been snorkeling twice. The first time was with Reese when we went to Bali. We went to an island, and then on the way they take you to this private beach there that it's like the queue to get down there is huge. So before that though, they take you snorkeling, and I jumped in the water, and I'd never been snorkeling before. That was my first time, and like obviously it's not that hard to do, but I couldn't get the thought of breathing out of my mouth. So I'd breathe out of my nose and the goggles would come off and my eyes would fill with water. And
you're like,
I was terrified. I hated it. And there were these huge like manta rays. And I was like, Reese was swimming down there trying to touch them and all this kind of, I'm like, no, I'm staying near the surface and I'm looking down and I'm looking around me at all times. I hated it. And then the second time I went snorkeling was I went to Queensland with my sister for a wedding up there, and we went snorkeling because they stayed off there's some island off Queensland that people, like, there's a resort there, and we went snorkeling there. And they're
like whereabouts in Queensland? Like Cairns?
No. This was like we landed in Gold Coast Airport or something. But like
Broughton Island? No,
that might be it. Something like that. So it's only like
I think Broughton is when that one is in New South Wales.
Maybe, but it's like they've got a resort there. It's like 40-minute ferry trip across from the mainland to that island. But they when we went snorkeling, they're like, do not step on anything because they have like the stonefish that shoot the spike up through your foot. And they're like, especially when we get to the shipwreck, do not stand on it. And we were with all these tourists that didn't speak a word of English. And I was swimming behind one of them and he just stopped. And I was like so suddenly that I fucking stood on the thing and I was ready to fucking drown him right then and there. I was terrified. I hated the water. And this guy's just stopping to have a look around. I was ready just to stick his head under and just drown him.
Oh my God.
I was not having it that day. And even the tour guide shouted at him too, like, keep fucking moving so we don't stand on the bloody shipwreck. And I was ready to drown him on the spot.
Oh my gosh.
I was probably the most dangerous thing in the water that day.
Probably, definitely. I was like, I've been wanting to do like morning swims.
I'll swim at the beach. But like,
well, you want to do a morning?
No.
I want to do. Okay, fine. If I can.
It's too cold.
Well, that's the whole point. Anyway, so, but it's like, I want to do it as the sun rises, However, what if this little sharky?
There's no sharks at the local beach. It's too cold here for us to have sharks.
Is that how you think it works?
Well, sharks seek warm water.
Sharks go wherever they're fucking are hungry.
That's not how sharks work.
Then why have we had sharks?
Yeah, you have the rarity of a shark coming into cold water, but they look for warm water. That's why we don't have great whites in fucking Victoria and stuff like that. They're all like on the coast.
What do you mean? There's great whites like off South Australia. Those waters are fucking cold.
They would be warmer than Melbourne waters.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Let's Google it.
We can Google it. I'm sure if you Googled Melbourne great white sightings, it would come up.
Yeah, obviously, but I think that's probably more because we're in the bay rather than...
Yeah, you'll have the rarity, but I don't think they come down here.
Because it's the bay, not because of the water temp.
Sure.
All right. What temp water do sharks like?
Specific. Be more specific. Because we have sharks here.
What sharks do you want? Great whites.
Yeah. I'm sure there'd be tiger sharks and stuff out there.
I don't know this in Fahrenheit.
They like
they prefer warm water. However, what is warm?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're cold-blooded, are they not?
50 to 80 Fahrenheit. What's that? 50?
Because they travel from like
Fahrenheit to Celsius is 10 degrees.
So maybe I doubt we have great whites.
No, because we're in the bay. That's why.
Yeah, if you went out to the open ocean, I'm sure you would find them. But
yeah, but it's not the temperature. It's because we're in the bay. We're in the bay.
What do you mean the bay?
We're in the bay. That's what it's called, the bay.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
but you don't see them swimming further south towards the fucking South Pole because it gets colder and colder.
Do great white sharks?
Are there great white sharks at the South Pole?
You mean Antarctica?
Yeah, Antarctica, sure.
I'm just going right South Pole now. South Pole.
No, I doubt they'd be down there because I'm pretty sure they travel from like Perth up to South Africa. So they have a huge breeding ground in South Africa. I've watched Shark Week, all right.
They are not cold-blooded.
Aren't they?
So
There you go, I didn't know
they
that.
do cross oceans. Great whites prefer warm, salty temperature coastal seas. They are not cold-blooded though, so they can stand cold water. They are endotherms, creating their own warmth by muscle action, and can be found in cold seas.
Interesting, didn't know that.
It means that the freezing waters of Antarctica is not, to their taste, too cold for them for the time being at least. If the continent unfreezes and the ocean currents change, it's possible that they'll be there.
Oh, because they follow currents. That would make sense. They can smell like blood in water from miles away.
Exactly.
That's terrifying.
Exactly.
Like, I've watched enough Shark Week. When they come out of the water and their eyes roll back, that terrifies me. That is my.
I want to
biggest
go
fear.
swimming with the sharks in the cage, off South Australia.
No, I do not want to do that.
So like I get real bad boat sick. However, the last time when I went to Cairns,
If I'm in a cage around sharks, I'm totally fine.
yeah, you're in the water.
Nah, fuck that. You wouldn't. You could not pay me enough money to get in a cage with sharks around me.
But anyway, back to what I wanted to say. So
Sorry.
I can go morning swims and there won't be no sharks.
No, and you're probably not in deep enough water to where the sharks are really going to be there, are you?
Or have you seen those videos when they come to the shallows?
Yeah, I don't know. Sharks don't. Sharks. I watch Shark Week every time it's on, but it fucking terrifies me. The thought of being in a water with a shark.
You seem to be scared of lots of things.
They're all irrational. They're not. But they're not irrational fears. Like being scared of a shark is not an irrational fear. Like the chances of you being bitten by
When
one.
do you actually ever go swimming?
I don't. But
Is that why?
well, it's like people have like a fear of being like agoraphobia.
What's that?
Like that's the fear of outdoors. Claustrophobia is the feeling of.
Oh yeah, I'm that one. Don't
Like-
put me in a box.
Yeah, but that's not that. That's more on the side of irrational.
Oh yeah,
Because
irrational.
yeah,
What do you mean?
because if you're
Small space, can't breathe.
yeah, but like agoraphobia is the fear of outside.
Yeah, that's
That's irrational. Being scared of sharks that can kill you and eat you
yeah,
is not irrational.
But sharks are on the outside, so if you're going to go out, kind of trumps them all, really.
Like-
Any fear that you have, agoraphobia.
Yeah, agoraphobia. The fear of open water is irrational because the water's not going to do anything to me. It's the fear of what's in the water that I can't see. That's what it is. It's like the fear of being arachnophobic. Not that irrational.
What do you mean?
Like being scared of spiders.
It's fucking petrifying. Ugh, I am petrified.
Yeah, because they can bite you and kill you. But like
What do you mean? That's not what I'm scared. I'm just scared they're going to touch me.
when you smack near them and they just dash.
Ugh.
Oh.
Stop it.
I watch a tarantula channel.
No, skip this part of the episode, please.
No. I won't put anything up. But he collects tarantulas, and they, even though I'm terrified of them, I could watch the videos for hours
Nah.
of him like feeding the tarantulas and they fucking watching them bite. I don't know. I'm such a
Stop
nerd
it.
about it. He's got this big
Stop.
like the big centipede thing, that like
No.
the big orange one.
Oh.
and it's like real. He says like this is a
Are
real
they
angry one.
Are they poisonous? Because
Yes.
there was a movie or show Will was watching and it
The
had
human centipede.
no, no, it had Zac Efron in it. It's a new movie, and he
This
was
can't
like
be very good then.
something about like I think it was Zac Efron, wasn't it?
Mm.
Something about some drug cartel business type.
And they like centipedes.
No, and he was hiding in some rainforest jungle
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And he had to hide, and it was like crawling all over him.
Oh yeah, that's a. Ugh.
I think it was that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway. Dinosaurs.
what?
I was gonna go on.
I love dinosaurs.
So do I. We should go to the museum.
I've been to the museum so many times.
Yeah, so have I. But I like going to see the dinosaurs and the bugs.
You're
I'm like
such
a child. I like the dinosaurs and I like the bugs.
I want to play in the dirt, though. Let me play. Oh, there's a video
Yeah.
I'm going to attach to this.
Yeah, they have.
Woo. And Patrick, we were on a walk with Reese, and I looked at the dandelion, and I was like to Pat,
Oh, eat it. Yeah. the one where I
how
ate the
much money
dandelion.
would it cost you to eat that dandelion?
50
Anyway,
bucks.
$50. Did
Yeah.
Reese pay you?
No, he didn't.
$25.
No, he paid for dinner last night, so that's all right. But yeah, we should go to the museum because I like the dinosaurs. And I like the bugs. I like the ant nest where you can stick your head up into the ant nest and you can see them all crawling around. That's like a terrifying fear for me. But every time I go, I do it. I've been to the museum in years. Such a good place. Like, we're losers.
You are.
You said you've been heaps of times. You're just.
For a job?
Oh, did you work there?
No.
Oh, you're a teacher.
I was a teacher.
Yeah, that would have been a sick excursion.
It's not actually good for the younger kids because it's
They're
just
so
a lot of.
dumb.
They're just young and they can't
Yeah,
read
dumb.
and
yeah,
get
but
over
you
it
get to look at
quickly.
the bugs. You get to look at the spiders. When I went to Thailand, I went to the Thai zoo there, and I was like, I want to go see the spiders.
Oh, no, keep going. Sorry, interrupting.
No, that was all.
Oh,
I wanted to see the spiders.
well, we went to Cairns and we went to the crocodile farm.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it was real cool. You can't see them in the water at all. And then he was like getting these little like meat stick,
They just
and then all of a sudden
Zoom up out of the.
they were fucking huge.
Yep.
There was one called, the biggest one was maybe Colossus,
Mm.
and he was like fucking big boy. Anyway, so the story was basically he was up in Northern Territory, and they don't normally go near boats.
He
Apparently,
just didn't give a fuck.
nah, he like destroyed all these boats like propellers,
Jeez.
and then one was killed,
Mm.
and they thought it was because they can tell by the damage around the mouth, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
thought
yeah.
it was him, and they're like, "Oh, we've saved all these people, we've saved all these boats," and then it still happened,
Jeez.
and then he was found, and then they took him to the farm.
yeah.
But
That's
I'm going
sad.
to show you this big boy.
Well, you're finding that. We went to the Melbourne Aquarium,
Mm.
and they've got a huge crocodile in there. Crocodiles are terrifying when you look at them. Like, because to us, they're like, crocodiles. But if you were to like look at them, you know that you can, they have such strong bite force that like the muscles used to clamp down are super strong, but the muscles they use to open their mouth are so weak that you can put a rubber band around their snout and they can't open their mouth.
I thought that was just for the babies.
No, that's for all of them.
Well, they said that if you ever get into a situation where you're in a crocodile's mouth,
You're fucked.
that they have to they do something inside their mouth so they don't drown. And apparently, like if you grab it or something, they will just fill up with water,
And they just like expand out.
and then you're safe. But like
I don't
if you
think- I
get
don't
to
know if
that
you're
point,
I don't know if you're safe.
I
at
don't
that
know
point.
if you would like risk it for that biscuit.
But
You know,
it's not like they get all of you in. They get like your leg in, and then they drag you in and get you, and then like death roll you. Oh, that's terrifying.
here we go. Found the crocodiles.
Do you know how close they are? They're like dinosaurs.
You know, it's pretty crazy. Hey,
Mm.
here we go. Here is me with Bulla.
That thing's huge.
That's not even the biggest one.
Imagine seeing that walk, because they're quick on land too. That's the thing. They can sprint.
Here we go. Here's the big guy. Do I have a photo of him completely? Cassius, here we go. He is 1,300 kilograms.
He's a big
He's
boy.
over 110 years old, and he's
110 years old.
5.5 meters long. And
That's
he's
like the length of this room.
the biggest in like the south.
That's fucked. See
Yeah.
what you look- Show me him.
I'm trying.
Cassius.
Cassius.
Imagine that thing coming at you, because they can like sprint on land too.
But here I got a big. Oh, here we go. Where is he? I got a good video of them jumping up, and I was like, Jesus. Oh no, that's one of them just chilling.
Fucking hell.
But
We're such lame animals in comparison.
here we go. Where is he going to jump up?
That's just his head.
There we go. Oh, bastard. Where is it?
That's. It's like my thing in bears.
Bears?
Yeah.
Oh,
I love bears.
I like bears.
Yeah. Have you watched them fight?
No.
Oh. Have you?
Have you seen the kangaroos fight?
Yeah. See, our animals are so lame in
Oh,
comparison.
I think that too. And someone's like, we got the deadliest snakes. And I was like, yeah, but for
Yeah.
like big predator like cats and
I
stuff.
can outrun a snake. You can't outrun a bear. Because bears can climb trees too. So like, I'm going to climb a tree to get away from the bear, but they can get up the trees. That's the terrifying thing. Like these big like brown bears.
Nah.
Oh. I think maybe I was on the podcast with Reese we did ages ago. I'm pretty sure there's an episode of where we just watch bears fight. No, it was with Matt. And Matt and I would do all the stupid stuff. Yeah, we watch bears fight on the podcast, and bears are terrifying.
Bears are terrifying. I want to show
It's like
you this
polar bears.
video of it going snip, snip.
We should have someone come in one day that's like,
With bears.
not with bears, but like, we should convince Reese to let us get a like a little animal zoo come in, like a little petting zoo. But it's
Stop
like,
it.
it's not like little goats and stuff like that.
It's like the ones
snakes
with
and things.
Scorpios.
Yeah, but I ain't touching them.
Of course you're not.
I'll watch them and I'll listen and we'll get, that's what we should do that. I know it's a fitness podcast, but you know,
Here we go.
we go rogue, a little bit rogue.
He's going to go for it.
Gee, look at all the muscle. They
Can we
just,
show the camera?
you won't be able to see that, but
We'll attach it.
he's a big boy. He's a
Big
big
boy.
crocodile.
Anyway, back to being like more fitness sort of thing. People asked some questions.
That's 40 minutes of no fitness. It's bears and us
Now,
saying stupid shit.
if you're into fitness, this is where you're going to stop listening.
Oh.
All right. So, how many times a week do you do weights and cardio? That's a
me-
question. Oh, we can
We can
both
just
answer.
talk about it. All right.
Yeah.
So I do 5 days a week of weight training, and currently I'm doing 7 days of cardio a week, purely because I'm in a very aggressive fat loss phase. So I'm only doing 20 minutes per session. So accumulatively, I could do that in
A session.
larger sessions.
Yeah.
But for me, I think shorter, more frequent sessions are just better for.
And what sort of cardio? Do you want to talk about your steps as well?
Yeah. So my step range at the moment is 12 to 15K. Now, this is not advised that people go and do this. This is not the only way
This
to
is
lose fat.
specific to his
This is
goal,
specific to the timeline that I have in terms of fat loss.
for
So-
his desires.
Yes. So I'm weight training 5 days a week. I'm doing cardio daily, 20 minutes on the cross trainer, and then 12 to 15K steps a day. But like the steps aren't egregiously high for me to go and reach because I get that most days anyway. Just
Yeah.
with like the
Just
walking
with-
around. Like yesterday, yesterday wasn't a big day of walking around yesterday, but I got 16,000 steps.
Yeah, I got a lot of steps yesterday
Yeah,
too.
because we went for a walk around Bunnings and things like that. But yeah, I'm doing it daily. I'm in a fat loss phase. You are not.
Mm.
So what are you doing?
I'm training 4 times a week at the moment.
Mhm.
2 upper, 2 lower.
Yep.
However, on my upper days, I have 1 glute exercise on each day because we're trying to grow the bunda. I'll
Yeah.
keep you updated on that. And I don't have a step goal, but I'm doing 10,000. Like that's always my goal.
Yeah,
Because I feel better. Like if I get at least 10.
Yeah, I only if like in a growth phase with clients, I prescribe steps for one, just like general overall
Well-being.
well-being. That's the overall well-being. But as well as like helping mitigate some levels of fat gain. So it's like usually a range of 8 to 10,000.
Yeah. I feel it if I'm only getting like 7,000, I can feel it sort of in my like lower back and stuff. It means I've probably sat for too long.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking. That's a good cue. I try and get like this. What I tell clients is get up every hour, and even if it's just 5 minutes,
Yeah, just moving around.
Just move around. Like you don't need to like actively like, oh, I have to get 1,000 steps in these 5 minutes. Just some form of movement will help.
We're not made to sit down all day.
No, not at all. I think there was another question there about like what's the best amount of times to work out per week. Like,
Yeah, how many days a week should I work out a week and what do I hit on each day?
so that will come back to again like
Multiple factors.
there's a few factors. One, goal, but also like schedule and what's best for you. Because I know another one in there is how to build consistency
Yeah.
and discipline. So what I tell clients is that what I do for myself as well. Like if you're like you can write the best 5-day program.
Yeah.
And like it could be absolutely killer, everything thought out down to like the sets and the reps and everything. But if you can't stick to 5 days, it's a garbage program for you because you're not going to get the most out of it. So the best amount of days to work out, more or less, isn't going to determine your goal, or isn't going to really impact too much on your goal. But I would say 3 days being the minimum, but 3 to 5 days per week.
Oh, 100%. But the thing is, if you're saying, I like what you're saying is, 5 days might get, particular, goals, achieving them a little bit better. However, if that is creating too much stress on you to get it, and then that turns into you only, some weeks doing 3, some weeks doing 5, then 4 might be your option.
Yeah, the lack of consistency and trying to keep things as routine as possible. Like the benefit of doing 5 days is you can be more specific about the exercise selection because you've got a greater amount of time to achieve total volume over specific muscle groups and things like that. And if you're looking at doing 3 days, you need to be more efficient with your time. So you're going to have a little bit longer sessions, but you need to be a little bit less I don't want to say, I don't think specific is the right word, but
You want the most bang for your buck.
correct.
Yeah.
So you want to pick exercises that are going to give you so just a combination of compound and isolation exercises,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be down to
You're not going to sit there and do single arm lat pull downs.
no.
And then another, specific muscle, and then another specific. It's just sort of like, well,
Global stimulus, generalized, trying to like hit as much as possible in that allocated time. So you're probably going to do more sets throughout that workout because you've got less time or less days to spread the total sets across.
yeah.
But I don't think it's probably not. We can do a whole other episode on
Yeah.
programs and things like that. But the most appropriate amount of days to train is what you can stick to consistently. So if that's 5 for you, then it's 5. If that's 3, it's 3. If it's 4, it's 4. And then if you're a relatively beginner to the gym, I would say start that 3 to 4 range. And then as you become more experienced, you can look at adding another day in. Or if you start with 3 and then you start to manage time better, whatever it may be, then you can start looking at adding 4 days in. But don't try and throw everything in at once.
Yeah. I like 4. I feel like 4 is a good,
I like 5.
No, but I mean, for with beginners,
Oh, yeah.
because sort of,
Mhm.
like with my beginner clients, when I've moved them to 3, they did a 3-day block and
Yep.
then they moved to a 4-day. And they actually found it a lot easier to get in 4 times a week for a shorter amount of time than smash in 3 full because you need to you need to you got a bit of work to do in a 3-day session.
They're longer. Yeah.
They're longer. You're normally doing a split,
Mhm.
like half body, half upper body, half
Yeah,
lower
yeah,
body,
yeah.
full body.
Yeah.
So they ended up like a lot of them said, I'm in and out a lot quicker. It's not so mentally fatiguing.
Yeah, because you have to do so much shit in one session.
Yeah, and you've got more space over the time of the week.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it works. Everyone's different. And
Yeah.
there's no right or wrong answer. It's just what you can consistently stick to.
Exactly.
I think let's go. I think we answered like 3 questions in one there,
Yeah.
right? So what's the next question?
Okay, this is a question. Tips on to be less fridge.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a running joke that
Insert photo here.
Insert photo of me here. It wasn't until, I don't know, one of you said, Reese or Pat said to me, bro, you were the fridge. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, why did you stand so staunch? Because as you can see in the photo, I was like this. And I said,
Not tonight,
I don't stand like that. My arms wouldn't come any closer. So now it's a running joke that I'm like, got any ladies with you tonight? Not tonight, boys.
I'll send Reese the photos to put in of the Snapchats I made of you getting closer and closer.
Anyway, basically, less fridge, calorie deficit,
Yeah, less
consistency, sleep, water, exercise. Alrighty, so another one with the achieving consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It's also finding a plan that works for you, but there's a sort of a fine line.
Yeah.
You can have, like we said, the best plan, working out, developing a plan that suits both, your work life and your home life, all of those things.
Yep.
But it comes down to sometimes you're going to do things that you don't want to do.
Correct.
You don't want to do washing, but you still get it done if you've got no underwear.
Yeah.
Sometimes at the end of the day, you don't want to have a fucking shower, but you're going to have a
stink.
shower.
Yeah.
No,
you're right. I completely agree.
So, people, it's not going to always be sunshines and rainbows, but it's not always going to be hard either. You're going to get to a point where you see results either in your physical appearance or just physical well-being or your mental well-being, and that will sort of start driving you a little bit more.
Yep.
But even when you get to that point when you at times now I'll be like, I can't be fucked doing this. But I do it because I know it makes me feel better, and you don't regret, what's the saying? Like, you never regret working out.
Well, you don't, yeah.
You always regret not going.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people look at fitness and health as like you're punishing your body rather than looking after it.
Yeah, it's a luxury. Not everyone can do it.
No. And I think that's, I had a chat with a client once and like a few friends, and they were sort of been like, when is this going to be less hard? Like,
You
and
want
it was
it to
sort
be
of,
hard, though. That's the thing.
you want the training, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's sort of changing that perception of you're doing something to look after your body rather than punish your body badly. Like, you won't look at going out. People won't look at going out as every weekend, smashing alcohol, drugs, bags. And they go, oh.
I can't wait to do that again.
Like they do.
Yeah. Like,
Get it. But then they'll look at exercise and putting nutrients in your body as
Yeah, oh, that's a chore. I don't want to do
that's a
that.
chore. And it's like, bigger picture, which one is actually helping your body? You can have your cake and eat it too.
Mm.
But I think it's also just the way that people look at.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's choose your hard. Like,
Yeah.
the sessions are going to be hard, but I'll be a little bit blunt here. Being morbidly obese is arguably more miserable and harder.
Well, yeah, facing,
Yeah.
long life health issues.
I would rather go to the gym 4 times per week and fucking die in those sessions, and
Then feel good afterwards.
yeah, yeah. It annoys it fucking pisses me off. It really does that people sit there and whinge about it. Like, there are days that I don't want to train. Like, there are days I don't want to follow my food. But, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
See,
And
where
just
I
shut
don't
up
find
about it.
following my food that hard unless
Because you
it's-
enjoy it. That's the thing. You
Yeah.
enjoy cooking. But even when I don't enjoy cooking, but like my meals, they're pretty bland. But there are some days where I don't want to fucking eat them. And what do?
just do
You
it.
just do it because you're an
do it.
adult. And sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to eat the broccoli, but you got to eat the broccoli.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alrighty. Next question.
Yeah, go for it.
Alrighty. So this one's probably more aimed at me, but also probably you too.
Yep.
Can you recognize the thought or the moment or that moment when it clicked in your mind that brought you here and took you off the toxic cycle you've been on before with your body?
I looked at it's not overly complex for me, but I looked in the mirror one day and I was like, I'm fat. That's exactly what it was. And then I've been like I don't think I'm necessarily out of that toxic cycle, because there are times where I'm more slack on my training and nutrition. I start to go back, but I'm far better at recognizing those patterns now. And it typically leads to around high periods of stress, or I just don't prioritize my time correctly, are the times where I start to fall back. Like the last 5 weeks, I haven't missed a beat with food or training, been anal about it, but I know that's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
So there are going to be times where I have to accept that I'm probably going to go backwards a little bit in progress.
Not even backwards, just
Or sitting where I'm at.
sitting-
Not moving forward, but maintaining what I've got.
yeah, if you're still at, if that's your goal to keep pushing forward, changing.
Yeah.
And with that, it's sort of, I don't feel like I ever fall off the bandwagon with food. Like, it's not,
Yeah.
I have a bandwagon to be on. It's just something that I've learnt now.
Yeah.
But training is my one. The moment that like clicked everything was, I feel like I've answered this so many times. But I was just overall unhappy with how I felt and looked.
Mm-hmm.
Both felt as in like what I looked like, but more just how unfit I was.
Mhm.
Like the feeling of not being able to get off the floor without sort of like
Bottling your way up.
Like-
Yeah.
struggling to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the feeling of, walking up the stairs and you can feel heavy, like you feel the heaviness.
Mhm.
And, when I pick up 40 kilos downstairs and I go, how the fuck did I lift this every day?
Yep.
That sort of was the driving factor, was just sort of,
Not wanting to be shit anymore.
yeah. And I didn't want to, get to an age where I go, I've got all these major health issues and it's something that I could control. Say that, touch wood, but say I got in a car accident, I don't know, lost my legs or whatever.
Yep.
I couldn't control what happened. That's my situation.
Mhm.
I'd have to learn to live with it.
Mhm.
However, I was actively doing things that were harming my future self.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
sort of looking at it like that.
No, that's a good way. That's a good way to frame it. I think but mostly it comes back to how you look and feel about yourself and self-confidence. Because like, even though I have a pretty large personality, there's still days where I'm like, fuck, you look like shit.
Me today.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah. Or when you put a shirt on, you're like, fuck, this does not feel good.
Yeah.
I still
Everyone.
have that.
And that's sort of more mind work than.
Yeah.
But
I
all,
think
at the
it's- I
same
think it's
time,
mind work,
you're gonna have shit days anyway. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, for people that are feeling that all the time, even when they get to their ideal physique,
Mm.
that's an issue they need to address.
Well, that's a mindset issue, but it doesn't stop the fact that
No, we all have shit
I'm
days.
I'm like, the shirt doesn't fit. It's because
Yeah.
I'm fat.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
So the solution to me fitting into that shirt is to be less fat.
Or
And-
people would say, just go buy a new shirt.
Nah, see, that's the thing. You know what I'm like as well. I don't buy new clothes.
No, he doesn't.
I think that like getting out of the toxic cycle is just recognizing why you want to change and finding that like, it sounds so lame, but the reason why. Simon Sinek, start with why. Figure out why you want to change, what the biggest motivator is, and then coming up with a plan to help you move around
Yeah,
that.
based on your issues.
Yeah, because like everyone wants to lose weight and be healthier,
But what's the driving
what's
issue?
healthier? Is it, do you hate what you see in the mirror? Do you hate how you feel when you walk upstairs?
Are your hormones out of whack? Are you, puffed?
Yeah.
24/7.
Do you get out of breath having sex? That's a huge one for guys. I can guarantee it.
Doesn't everyone?
I guarantee you, like unfit dudes, that would be a huge one. Because I've been there.
You know when you're walking up the stairs, or you're walking up the stairs or something, and you're having a conversation with someone, and you're like,
fuck, what's my fucking heart rate?
and you're like trying to not be puffed, and you're like,
yeah.
do you want to walk up the stairs and not be puffed? Gosh. All right, should we do one or two more?
Yeah, we'll do one or two more. I got a call soon anyway.
Yeah. Alrighty. Do stretch marks disappear with exercise?
No.
They don't disappear. They fade.
You
They're
learn to
like
live with
any
them.
scar. So I have stretch marks.
Oh, something here.
Maybe I'll let you see one on it. I've got them on my arm.
Yeah. See, the thing is for me, I actually like stretch marks.
You can see them faintly.
Yeah. But they fade over time.
They fade over time.
And you learn to live with them, and they're not ugly.
You can't see that. So the thing is, when the skin's not stretched anymore, that's when they're going to start their healing process. If your skin's still stretched, it can't heal because it's still there.
Yeah.
So once the skin, you give the time skin to retract, do its thing, they will fade. They turn into a silvery grey colour.
Yeah.
And some are they're not actual colour, they're just a little bit more like little marks.
Yeah. And I don't think they'd be embarrassed about it either at all.
No. People have them all the time. People have them pregnant, if you grow too quickly when you're younger.
Yeah.
I honestly just look at them being like, yeah, I got them, but the fact that I have
But people don't fixate on them.
No.
They're like, oh, you've got stretch marks, you're left for the person. Like, no one fucking cares.
And that's what I also want to touch on is I have so many questions about loose skin and stretch marks, and people's biggest fear is when I lose weight, I'm going to have excess skin. Wouldn't you prefer to have no, but I'm being serious.
You're right.
It's a big insecurity for a lot of people, and I get it. But at the same time, are you going to be in a healthier position if you have that excess skin, or if you're carrying around that weight around all your vital organs?
Yeah.
If you are going to have a shitload of excess weight around your stomach, how about look at it being like, yeah, I've got all this skin, but at least, all of my vital organs, which are, if you're carrying fat around that area, you're more likely to have an abundance of health issues. Looking at it like, yeah, I've got excess skin, but at least I've done something to put myself in a better position for my health.
Yes, I completely agree. Overall, you are healthier, even though you have loose skin, because, you're right.
And I get it, I don't have a shit ton of hanging skin, but I 100% would rather be in a healthier position with excess skin than the other.
Correct. I wholeheartedly agree. Let's do one more question.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll put the stretch marks in here.
Oh God, my ruler.
That's just from getting too big too quick. Pick one more. One lucky last person.
They're all really the same, pretty much. The other one is just...
Give me an interesting one.
The other one is... Oh, there's one here that's tips for teenage girls struggling with body image issues.
That's probably a question for you more than anything.
So, okay. Now, I think it's what is your body image issue relating to? As a female and as a teenage female, so much of the driving factor is, you compare yourself to others and what people think of you and all of those things. And any advice for teenagers is you're going to get to a point where you do not care about what others think. It might take longer than, some people might get to that point quicker than others. But I remember, getting so easily embarrassed about everything as a teenager. And then when I was early 20s even, people were like, when you get closer to 30, this is not going to even be like a thought in your brain. And I'm pushing 30. And I can wholeheartedly say that, that is true. You sort of get to a point where you care less and less about what others think and more about how to make you feel happy. And I know it's easier said than done if you are a teenage girl and you are listening. You are going to get to a point and you're going to look back and be like, why the fuck did I care? So just start talking to yourself more nicely would be a big thing is, making sure you're just doing things to look after your body for yourself, not based on what other people think or comparing yourself. We could all compare ourselves to anyone, but I saw this video and it was basically like, A billionaire doesn't laugh at someone starting up their first business. Like an elite marathon runner does not laugh at someone trying to jog for the first time. And there was all these comparisons about, you know, the elite not judging someone in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was just basically saying that, you know, the people that are going to judge you and that are just
lower than you already.
Just lower than you already.
Yeah.
So trying to, you know, think about that and be like, if these people are going to say harsh things about you, you know, that says more about them than it does about you. And sort of just do things that will make you proud. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
That's like a smart. Is
No,
that even good advice?
No, I agree. I think a big one for even men is like social media too.
Yeah.
And just like people like I did a big purge the other day of like just shit I don't care about on my social media. And you're right, like as you get older, you start to care less and less about what people think. It's like the whole high school thing.
Yeah.
As soon as I like left high school, I slowly over the years stopped caring about what people thought because you're trying to impress everyone in high school.
You can't impress everyone.
Well, you can't. That's
Everyone
you still try.
Yeah.
You try to be the cool person in high school, which I wasn't. But like I don't fucking care. I don't speak to anyone from high school now anyway, so I don't care. But I think the social media thing is very, very big. Especially, I'll talk from a male perspective. Like following accounts that you're like, oh, I wish I looked like that. I wish I looked like that. Where like back when I was younger, now I unfollow all that stuff. But I only follow accounts where it's like, oh, that I would like to look like that. So that motivates me to do better. Not sit there, compare. I'm like, oh, well, I'm only 80 kilos and this guy's 90 with abs. I wish I looked like that, and then sit and be sad about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm still doing the things that ultimately move me forward. They motivate me more than anything, rather than make me upset.
You can have like a physique goal.
Oh
it's
yeah.
not like looking at someone being like beating yourself up about it.
I'll never look like that.
And like with who I follow on Instagram, it's basically you could spend. I could find a million, billion beautiful ladies that I'm like, oh, I want that body. However, like I have ones that I follow because they're absolutely boss in the gym. But with social media, I like to follow people that I learn something from.
That's a good way of thinking it too.
You know, they might have recipes that I like. They might, you know, I follow a lot of mobility people. People doing mobility exercises. Or people that are just inspirations, that are just working hard day in, day out. I'm like, that is amazing. But I don't follow people purely just to be like, oh, I wish I could look like that. When they don't post any of their gym stuff or any of their nutrition sort of thing. I think, just watching.
I think that sets you up for failure.
Yeah. Because what are you learning from that? Yes, you can look at someone and be like, oh, amazing, but how did they get like that?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Just be wise about what you look at on social media is the big thing.
And
don't spend heaps of fucking time on it too.
Yeah.
People spend way too much time on social media and get caught up in it. Like if it wasn't criteria for our job to be online coaches where we use social media, I probably wouldn't have any of it.
Well, I don't even scroll anymore. It's mainly just
I don't. I log into TikTok
stuff
to post a video. I log into Instagram to reply to a message or post a story, but I don't really actively sit there and scroll through. Like actually, I do. The only time I do it is when we're sending memes to each other.
We just send silly things. It's normally when we've just like posted something or whatever, and then I'm like, wonder what's next, and I was like, Pat will like that.
Yeah, but just be careful about what you follow. I think that's the biggest thing. Is just don't spend time following people that make you feel bad. Because if you notice, like, you're looking at an account and it's making you feel bad, just don't follow it. It's not worth it.
If something's making you anxious, it's making you feel down in the dumps, get rid of it.
Don't need any of it. Get out of here. That's why I used to only follow like 50 people. Now I follow way more, but I'm due for another purge anyway. Get rid of because like there was some shit. Yeah, I follow 1,600 people now. There are some shitters in there that I need to get rid of. Some people, because you can go into Instagram and you can see accounts that most interact with, the ones that you like most of their stuff. And then I'll go see accounts that I least interact with because I obviously don't care about this stuff because it's not coming up. I just go and follow all of them.
Oh, that's a good tool.
Yeah, and even some of the ones I interact most with, I look and I'm like, oh, why am I interacting with this so much? I look at it from an objective standpoint. Does it make me feel better? Does it make me feel worse? If it makes me feel worse, I don't follow it.
I like that. It's a good little hack.
Yep, highly recommend it because the less people you follow, the less shit you see. And people post shit. I post a lot of shit too, but you know.
We post educational stuff.
But my only post about me was me sitting at the basketball on Saturday night with my arms crossed like this. That was a sick game, by the way. If anyone, like, I don't know anything about basketball. I know ball in hoop is good. That's like, and then there's like 1.3 point, and that's about it. But some of these dudes, they were just fucking storming down. There was a 2 point, whatever, I don't know. Ball and hoop equals good, right? When this team gets ball and hoop, everyone cheers. That's what I was doing. But we sat courtside, and there was this guy he was from like the Brisbane team, and he was 7'1" at 17 years old.
Big boy.
Like when Reese and I were looking, like Reese was like, because Reese is 6'2", Reese is a tall dude. When we were looking, like he's like, see that short one out there? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, he's my height.
Yeah.
And he looks like a normal person.
That's like, or do you don't watch AFL?
No.
I'm like, oh, look at him, he's so short, and like still taller than majority.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked. Like this 7'1" dude, my head would be at his lower back.
Yeah, but you're pretty short.
Cut that out,
No,
Reese.
wait. Pat and I have the same size hands.
Yeah, I got bigger feet than you, though, so that's all that matters.
You know what that means? Big socks.
That's it. Big socks. Big socks. All right, guys. I'll do the outro. You do the intro. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you took some value. Hopefully you enjoyed our little bit of fun in the beginning. I know it went for way longer than we expected, but you know, we were having fun. That's what it is. But if you're struggling with your nutrition, training, anything like that, feel free to click the link in our bio, send an inquiry through book call, have a chat with one of us, and we can definitely help. If you like the video, like, subscribe, share it, send it to a friend who might find some value in it, and you know, do all this stuff. But we will see you next week. All right, bye.
Bye.